All right, and welcome back to episode 51 of the Alec Frengos Show. This is a sports podcast centered around NBA and NFL. And today we have a lot of NBA news to uncover and unveil. Anthony Davis has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Luka Doncic in a mega blockbuster deal. And this is worthy enough to come out of retirement. So I'm gonna let you guys explain what's going on first. Joey, what are your initial reactions to this trade?
Well, I think this trade makes no sense for the Mavericks whatsoever, just because they're so hard on Luka for being overweight or whatever, and I guess being too injury prone. But then the star player you decide to get is 31 and is one of the most injury prone players outside of probably Embiid in the league. So that just makes no sense. And the GM said today they want to make a short-term push, and it almost looks like he's trying to save his job when in the best interest of the team is not his top priority right now. So I didn't really understand that from his end, because the Mavericks right now are the 8 seed, and in the NBA it's hard to win as a lower seed, especially when you have to go through OKC and Denver. Lakers are better now. So, yeah, just the Mavericks, I think, is total flop for them.
100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, for me, at the time of the trade, as you know well, we were both at the bar last night, and I couldn't believe it when it happened and when I heard about it. And I took some time to process it this morning when I woke up, and I feel like a lot of fans sometimes overreact, so I tried to think of what are other perspectives, why would the Mavericks do this? And I couldn't come up with anything. I don't understand the move at all. Really, I looked at their projected lineup, and I just don't think that's a championship-worthy team. No. And I think with Luka, they made the finals last year. He's their star player. He's definitely a top 5 player in the league, I would say.
For sure. When healthy, it's not even a debate.
I just feel like I have no idea why they would get rid of him, because he's the top merchandise seller on their team. He's the face of their city right now.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys stink.
Yeah.
So I have no words for what the GM just did, and he's gone very, very, very soon.
Yeah. I still have a hard time unpacking this whole situation. So the trade goes down. Anthony Davis trade for Luka Doncic. Sure, Maxi Kleber, Max Christie, swap, whatever. Jalen Hood-Schifino dumped off for cap, whatever. Initial reaction to everybody you have is, holy shit, LeBron James and Luka Doncic are teammates. Yeah. That's the initial reaction everybody gets. Then you look at it and say, holy shit. LeBron James brought in Anthony Davis to be his running mate. They win a championship together. The Lakers are playing one hell of a season right now as we speak.
Yeah.
They just dominate the Knicks without Anthony Davis, a championship caliber team. And this atomic bomb goes off. So what I think happened to make this seem logical is the Dallas Mavericks initiate this trade 1,000%.
Yeah.
Because Luka Doncic right now, he hasn't played in a bit. He's out of shape, and they don't like defense. This Mavericks GM, one thing he posed, press conference, is we want defense because it wins championships.
Yeah.
We know Luka Doncic is probably one of the worst players on defense. They have all guys that can move, versatile, Lively, Marshall, Grimes, Washington, etc., etc., etc. These guys that can space the floor and shoot. So maybe this guy's thinking, Kyrie Irving, you're the main character now. You're the main scorer. Davis can give you 30 as well.
Yeah, he's having a good season this year.
Gafford, Lively, and Washington, somebody has to go out of those 3.
Yeah, I don't know why the Lakers didn't get one.
Sorry, Klay Thompson, too, to add. Where is, Washington's not a 3.
No,
he's 6'10".
Yeah.
He's a 4.
They'll probably make him play.
Lively's going to come back before the playoffs. I know he's going to be out before the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, if you were to tell me what team is better right now, I would tell you the Mavericks. Because you look at the Lakers, you have LeBron and Luka, right?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, and Jackson Hayes are starting. In a playoff series, when Luka, we all know, gets tired down a little bit.
Yeah.
And LeBron James, this is not prime LeBron James. This is 40-year-old LeBron James, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's still great. Still great.
Yeah.
It's not going to be sustainable. If you run into Denver, you can't stop Jokic. That's probably a sweep. Maybe
Yeah.
they get one game where Luka or LeBron go crazy. You run into Oklahoma City, zero check on that team for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Zero.
Yeah.
There's zero guard. And you run into a team like the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard's maybe healthy, you probably lose that. And if you go matchup for matchup, if somehow the Dallas Mavericks play the Los Angeles Lakers,
Yeah.
the Mavericks will dominate defensively.
Yeah, I don't understand it because I feel like it's just bad for both sides from the way I see it.
You look at it now for the present.
Yeah.
It looks like obviously Luka Doncic is the best player in this deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at this trade in 4 years, we're all gonna say this is a highway robbery, because
Yeah.
the Los Angeles Lakers now, they don't have to worry about post LeBron era.
No.
Not one bit.
No.
Not one bit, because they have a player. LeBron James isn't the best player on his team right now.
No.
He's not.
Not at all.
So when he retires, Los Angeles just got so lucky that this dumbass Dallas GM traded a 25-year-old in his prime that averages 30, took the franchise to the NBA Finals off a dagger from the logo in Minnesota last year. And he traded him because he's out of shape and doesn't play defense.
There has to be an underlying thing. I don't know what else it would be.
I don't know.
So when you look at this trade and you actually break it down, you sleep on it, and you look at what's happening, my reaction is, I don't know what his name is, Nico Harrison, the general manager of the Dallas Mavericks, you are a goddamn fool.
Yeah.
He's a fool.
100%. Yeah, he's an idiot.
He's a fool. He needs to be fired. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I would riot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If our franchise player, they like, do people not wrap their head around they just made the NBA Finals? And I want to put it into context too. Say Luka comes back, he's gonna be fine before playoffs. Sure, he's out of shape and he drains down sometimes, but that's just the nature of the player he is.
Yeah.
He's incredibly gifted. He's got unbelievable passing skills. He can shoot from anywhere. He can rebound sometimes. And you just dump him. The squad was built for Luka and Kyrie. They got size. Gafford, they drafted Lively. They traded for Washington. They added Grimes, a 3-and-D. They added Klay Thompson, who can get hot in a playoff series. Why bail?
I don't know. Like, now their future's just done too.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
What are the Dallas Mavericks in 4 years when Kyrie retires? Davis is probably not as good as he is. If he's even in the league, Davis, when he's 36 years old.
Yeah. They might have to blow it up like Brooklyn did at some point.
And you look at the Lakers, sure, maybe will the Dallas Mavericks get to another conference finals and the Lakers won't when LeBron and Davis are still in the league? Sure.
Maybe.
What's going to happen when we have wife and children in 8 to 10 years when Luka is early 30s or early to mid 30s?
Yeah.
And we're sitting together and saying, damn, remember the time this trade went through? And Luka Doncic is winning rings with the Los Angeles Lakers. Because I wouldn't be surprised one bit, that big of a franchise that's hungry to win with a superstar like this now.
Yeah.
This is went from the Wilt to Kareem to Kobe to LeBron to Shaq, whatever order you put it. Luka Doncic is the next step into history now for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Because I'm sure there's a lot.
Well, like the Lakers, obviously they took a little bit of a hit now just because you have Jackson Hayes starting, who is not ideal.
If the Lakers want to be legit this year,
Yeah.
another move has to be made. But I think everybody realizes that.
But like you said, like the Mavericks definitely initiated this deal. Like the Lakers probably got this phone call and like, what the hell is going on?
What's going on? Do you want Luka Doncic? Hello, who do you want?
Yeah.
I would have traded LeBron James for Luka Doncic.
1-for-1.
Yes, I would have.
I don't
would have.
know. If the
I think
Mavericks
Davis
have done
fits so well with the Lakers, but it's a trade that you can't pass up on. So it's like,
Yeah.
This is the other point I want to get off. The Lakers and Mavericks just traded their two biggest needs away.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Lakers needed Anthony Davis, the defensive anchor that can help LeBron and score 30. And the Mavericks just traded a superstar that's able to get you over the hump.
Yeah.
Like, both of these, in a sense, both of these teams get worse from this trade currently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From where they were.
I don't think that's crazy to say. Yeah, I agree. I just think
the Mavericks are, like, they could. I think they could go for.
They have no.
Their ceiling
sucks.
is higher with a pre-Luka trade.
Yeah.
Just how the roster's built. Gafford and Lively down low. Washington and Najee Marshall. Grimes, Kyrie, Clay. Like, they're so deep. Jaden Hardy saw minutes in the playoffs last year. He can give you 7 to 8 minutes. Yeah. Like, it was just set up. It looks like it was set up for the Mavericks to win a championship.
Yeah.
Now,
it's done.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think for the Mavericks this year, in my personal opinion, I don't think they're good enough to make the finals like do what they did last year. Just because I don't trust like Kyrie and Clay at this point to deliver like against teams like OKC, teams like Denver.
I don't trust Clay to deliver.
Yeah, well, no, he hasn't done anything in the last I don't know how
since
long.
2022.
Since
they won that ring, I guess.
But I think I'm kind of interested to see how Anthony Davis does when he's kind of like the
focal
I think
point.
He'll be the focal point now. Like he won't have that LeBron type player taking away volume from him. But man, I don't understand. Like from my perspective, the way it would have had to go is the Lakers would have had to just be sitting alone, doing whatever, and then they get this call and they're like, we can't pass up on this. We may get worse this year, but down the road when you look at it, we're gonna be
Rob Pelinka's job is safe for the next decade.
Well, you're in the playoffs for the next
because
10
they're
years.
gonna make the playoffs automatically in the next 5 years unless there's an injury.
Yeah.
So I think it's something you can't pass up on, and they just secured their future. So good for them.
When you look at this Los Angeles Lakers team now from a current standpoint, this is what I want to talk about. Mm-hmm. So they're the 5 seed right now. They're playing very good basketball.
Yeah.
How do you see this offense working? Because, listen, these are 2 mastermind players with the ball in their hand. Maybe besides Jokic, the 2 best IQ players in the league, straight up.
Offensively,
LeBron and Doncic. So, and I like Redick. I really like JJ
he's
Redick.
a good coach.
How do you see this offense working?
Well, I think it's going to be a smooth transition just because Redick's the mastermind.
In the basketball IQ of both, it's not going to be hard to transition.
It won't be hard at all. Well, you trade for Luka Doncic, like, he's top 3 player in my mind right now. He's your number 1 option, so the offense runs through him and LeBron in playoff series. He can take over at any point. So
this is what gets very, very dangerous now about this Lakers team. If they're willing to make a move to get somebody legit in the middle as a focal point, if this team gets into the playoffs, they're like one of those teams, kind of like not to make it like corny because they're in the same city, the LA Rams. They're dangerous because they have guys that can tweak out on you.
Yeah.
Like LeBron at this point, he has nothing to lose in his career.
No.
And he could like terrorize a team. If I don't think though, if a series runs long, it will be sustainable enough. Having Reeves, Hachimura, and Hayes to rely on in your starting lineup. What does your bench look like? Knet, Maxi Kleber, Jared Vanderbilt.
I don't trust it.
And rotations get tight, too, in the playoffs. Like, LeBron's going to have to be playing 40 minutes if this is the current rotation.
Yeah, if they don't trade for anyone, then they're screwed. Yeah. I think they're going to, but I think even if they do trade for someone defensively, like, it's so hard to replace a guy like AD. I think offensive won't be a problem because Luka and LeBron will alternate, but do the best passers.
Davis is that defensive anchor.
Yeah, they need him because he can score and he can play defense. They need somebody who can do. They don't really need a scorer now. They have plenty of scoring now, but
they need a man in the middle.
They need somebody that can play defense. So I don't know how this is going to work. Like on the defensive end, I think offense.
Can you give me this rotation?
Put up a bunch of points.
Rotation right now.
Yeah.
Well, they'd have Luke at the 1.
Reeves 2, LeBron
3, Hachimura 4,
Hayes 5. Who comes off the bench?
Knet,
Kleber,
Finney Smith, Vincent,
Dorian
Vanderbilt, and then who they get, Kleber and
Maxi Kleber and
Markieff Morris.
Maxi Kleber is their backup center.
Yeah.
And Jackson Hayes is their
that's
starting
worse.
center
Jackson
to make
Hayes
it
is the
even
starter.
worse.
Yeah, they need to get someone like Walker Kessler, I heard, or
Yeah, that's a good
That'd
name.
be if they got somebody like
even
him,
like
they need someone like him.
DeAndre Ayton wouldn't be terrible.
No, he wouldn't, because he just controls the paint.
They just need someone that can get you like 15 rebounds and like just a couple blocks.
Yeah.
And just contest shots near the rim.
They
They don't
need
need
someone
anyone to
athletic.
score.
Like they would never trade him, but Zubats, like somebody like that,
yeah.
who can just hold the fort down there and get rebounds. Miles Turner.
Maybe a Podol.
Miles Turner could be good.
Get him off the Raptors.
Could be good.
hands.
Yes.
If you think about it, there's actually a lot of options.
He
now
can
that we're
throw a
talking
block
about it.
party and get rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need the guy to score.
No.
You just need defense and rebounding. I think they have plenty of corner setters. They don't need anybody to score, really. They don't need him to score.
This is such a weird situation though, because the last like trades we've talked about superstars getting traded, like Kyrie to the Mavericks, for example, or KD to the Suns, were like those trades were forming a super team where people were sacrificing their future for a superstar to win now.
Yeah.
This is like superstar for superstar. So it's not like forming a super team.
Yeah. No.
It's like an actual trade on trade where both teams are benefiting. So it's kind of weird because I don't believe in the super team stuff because the Warriors,
worked.
No,
the
it
war,
doesn't work.
a super team's never worked. The only thing that's worked is the Warriors building an in-house dynasty
And adding
where they had it all superstars, and you can't go wrong with who you sign. And they happened to sign one of the best players in the league, so it didn't matter. So this is gonna be, I am gonna be staring into my TV when LeBron James and Luka Doncic are in the court together. I don't know when that's going to be. Luka's supposed to be playing before the All-Star break. We'll see what happens. Davis, obviously, I'm interested in Davis.
I think he's
the
going to play
Mavericks
next
I'm
game.
very interested.
because he was
to see
out a
what he
week. It
does.
said on Tuesday, but
I think he actually.
see.
I think he has a lot to prove to Anthony Davis because everyone's slandering his name right now, like saying Luka's like way better than him. I'm kind of curious to see how he does right now.
I don't think he's going to be able to overpass himself saying he's better than Luka.
No,
But
I don't think so either. But
could the Mavericks go on a run and make the
I think so.
that's
finals
what I'm
again?
curious. I
People
don't
are
think they will,
underestimating
but
that
I
I
know,
don't think they
because
will, but I
the-
want to see what AD can do.
The length and defense that team has, led by Kyrie,
Yeah.
and if Clay could somehow get hot, we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess they have Max Christie too in the rotation, who is starting for the Lakers. It doesn't really move
They need
me, but
Kyrie to be revived to like 2017 self and just go
When he has
crazy.
the ball and he's like in the zone,
He's
that
a
guy's
wizard.
Unstoppable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but they're gonna need.
so
that
we'll see because
consistently.
now Kyrie, we haven't seen this since Dallas, Brooklyn. This is like Boston Kyrie
Yeah,
with
kinda
rookie
lead it
Tatum
all,
and
yeah.
Brown. You have the keys to go score. I get Davis is there and he's
Yeah.
like a big run through
No, but he's
guy,
gonna be
but
the primary
Kyrie's
ball
bringing
handler.
bringing up the ball,
Yeah.
pick and pop with Davis, out to Clay, out to Washington. Like he's in control now. This is his system, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. Jason Kidd, mind you, is also a great coach, so he's gonna make it happen. Who he also didn't seem happy about the trade, but that's a different conversation. But if you were to grade who won this trade,
Like I think the
everything
Lakers,
together, current,
Lakers
future.
definitely won the trade just because you get Luka, who's going to be a top 3 player for the next
Yeah.
10 years. You're going to make the playoffs, and obviously the name value in LA is just like
Unreal.
really big too. But like the Mavericks, obviously they lost this deal, but I think people are judging them a little bit too much. Just Anthony Davis is still a really good player, and as long as like I feel like if they don't win a championship, it's like
Whatever.
they're done.
Something about this trade I want to add too. The Mavericks making this phone call, it shows that they're still hungry for a championship in a way. I don't want to give the GM credit of Dallas, but they didn't want to go sell Luka for 30 picks and young and up and coming superstar or like a young and up and coming all-star, whatever. They wanted to make a move where they're getting a superstar. Like they're maxing out their value in a sense. Like they want a win now superstar, this, that. Like they weren't going to go to, what's an example? Like, just say the Raptors, for example, and get like a young, like, Quickly or Barrett or something like that and a bunch of picks because they're trying to win now. They just made the NBA Finals, right? They got Anthony Davis. He's proven. He's in his prime, so we'll see what happens. And the people saying like that the Mavericks win this trade just because Luka's out of shape and he can't play defense in this, you're a goddamn fool.
Yeah.
Because we all know when he's healthy, he's like literally one of the most dangerous athletes ever when he's on fire. Like, he's hitting from anywhere. You can't blitz him because he can make every pass in the book. Who won this?
I think
Straight up.
I feel like the Mavericks are, like, they're making this trade as if they know something that, like, other people don't. Like, they think the league's gonna, like, explode in 5 years, so they're just like, screw it, we're just gonna go all in. But it's funny to me how they say they're going win now, and then they trade a definitive top 5 player in
That's
the
what
league.
makes no sense.
It makes no sense to me.
Oh, we're in
I
win
don't
now mode.
understand it.
Let me just trade my franchise player that got me to the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and those 2 late 20s first overall picks, like, those aren't doing anything for you. That's not recouping any value for you, so it's crazy to me. I think the Lakers won. I think down the road we're going to see the benefits more. I think right now, I think both teams will be fine, but I think both teams got worse in the present. But I am curious to see what happens on both teams, and I'm going to be watching very closely.
If somebody came up to me and said, Luka Doncic is going to be an LA Laker, 1 minute before that news broke, I would slap them in the face.
Yeah, I'd laugh.
Yeah.
I'd
say,
laugh and point
you're
at
a
them.
fool. You're probably one of those Lakers fans that makes those stupid-ass graphics of them getting every superstar. And I can't even wrap my head around that I'm seeing these things now of Doncic in a Lakers jersey.
Doesn't look real.
This is going to get hard. Like, it's not like I hate the Lakers or anything.
No.
It's just going to get hard to get used to.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this guy was... Dirk literally played 2 more years or 1 more year, whatever it is, to hand the keys over to him.
I know.
And the Dallas Mavericks GM just spit in his face and traded him.
Yeah.
Another point. Mark Cuban this year or last year lost his majority ownership of the Dallas Mavericks. Mm-hmm. He said in a press conference he is choosing Luka Doncic over his wife. Mind you, him being this full owner, and he had the front office control. Yeah. Remember, he hired this guy to be the GM and then sold his ownership. This trade wouldn't have fucking even be thought about in 10 million years.
No.
He said he was choosing Doncic over his own wife. Imagine that guy right now, what he's thinking.
Yeah, I don't...
He probably wants to kill the Nico Harrison. What's his stupid name?
Harrison.
Nico Harrison?
Was he there when they drafted Doncic?
Who? The GM?
That GM or no?
No, it was Mark Cuban as the owner and GM.
He served as GM?
Yes.
Shit, I gotta get my ball knowledge up. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He was the owner and GM. He got the trade with Doncic for Trae Young, all that stuff. He got the move for Kyrie. He said, we're going all in because we have Luka Doncic, and if not, we're going to still have Luka Doncic. Look now.
Yeah. Never should have sold his stake. He sold too much.
Clears that he really didn't care. That's what it shows.
I guess not. It's his
Shows
fault. He can't be mad because he sold his thing away.
But
he's more than enough.
He is probably fuming somewhere.
Yeah, he'd be pissed.
Fuming.
100%.
So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But you said Lakers won the trade. All things together.
Yeah, I think so.
I think the Lakers win the trade. Whether they do better now this year, or they in 10 years we all know they're gonna be the better franchise just because of it. Do I think Doncic is gonna win a ring with the Lakers? Yes, I do. Because they're a big market. They're hungry to go out and get people. They're going to put a good cast around him even before LeBron leaves. They'll be fine. The next question I pose, is this the biggest sports trade ever? I'll just say in our lifetime, because there might be like dumb ones that we're missing out on of like people in their prime in the 80s and stuff. Who really cares about that?
Yeah,
is this the biggest sports trade relative to our time? Say 90s to present.
Definitely. Like, it definitely hit me the most. Like, I didn't really believe it was real when I first saw it. But like other ones I kind of could see coming. This one just came out of left field. Like, it just... Like, no one knew about it.
So, like, trades. Durant went to the Suns for a huge haul.
Like, Harden trade to Brooklyn.
But we all know those were coming.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's different. Wilson to the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
When Rodgers went to the Jets. Like, those are massive trades, but we all knew they were coming. The one that I say feels second to this is Tyreek Hill to the Chiefs. Sorry, Tyreek Hill to the Dolphins. Because it was a blindsider, because nobody knew that they weren't going to pay him.
Yeah.
I woke up the one morning and Tyreek Hill was traded to the Dolphins. That's what surprised me and what came up in my mind, but no doubt this is the biggest trade ever. But compared to that Tyreek trade, this hit me 5 times more.
Yeah, I also
Like,
think it's
son.
just bigger because most trades, when you trade like a superstar like Paul George, for example, you're getting a boatload of picks. This one's like superstar for superstar.
Yeah. That's what makes
And then people like judge each side to see like who did better.
Like if Doncic got traded for a bunch of picks and like Dalton Knecht and Vanderbilt and shit, people would be like, "Oh my gosh, Lakers robbery."
Mm-hmm.
But this is like I said in my initial reaction, it's almost top 5 on top 5 crime. Davis is probably top 10 in the league when healthy.
When he's healthy, he's insane.
I think he's top 5.
I think
Like, it's close.
I think he's top 5.
Would you say he's better than LeBron?
100%.
Yeah.
Davis?
So, right now.
Okay, so yeah, we can say top 5 on top 5 because I'm going Jokic, Giannis, Doncic. I'm not even gonna put Embiid there anymore.
Oh hell no.
He's non-existent. Shea.
Shea, I
Shea.
guess you go Shea, then Davis, then you go Davis, Curry, Durant, LeBron in that order, I guess, with those guys.
Durant's tough.
Yeah.
No, he's right there. He's
right there. He's in that realm for sure.
Yeah.
So, biggest trade ever?
Yeah, I was thinking about it when you guys were talking about it. The only one that I can think of because of the repercussions it caused in the league, I would say Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford. It may be biased because I am a Lions fan, but because of what came out of that.
Yes, if Jared Goff was this good,
longer.
If Jared Goff was that
but
good,
he wasn't like a bona
traded,
fide stud.
No.
That's the thing. So this is 100% the biggest trade. But if I were to name a number 2, it'd probably be that.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's up there.
Well, what came out of that trade?
Because it rejuvenated almost both franchises at once.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That trade,
it was a blockbuster, to be honest.
But like when you look at it in the moment, obviously this trade's way bigger. But from what panned out to that trade, it was a mega blockbuster.
Yeah, and the NFL trade or the NFL picks, like draft picks, mean way more.
Yes.
Too.
Oh yes, for sure. Like the picks thrown in now.
The NBA ones don't matter because
it's 2 good teams, so these picks are irrelevant basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, Doncic traded to the goddamn Los Angeles Lakers. Like I can't even believe I'm saying it. It doesn't feel real. Like I said this to you before we started recording. If I were to make a list of athletes that I think would never be traded 24 hours ago, Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar Jackson. That's it for the NFL.
Yeah.
Hockey, McDavid, McKinnon.
Matthews too, I would say. Traded?
Matthews
could Matthews
3.
would get traded.
Right?
I wouldn't expect him to.
Well, there's probably more like Matthew to Chuck,
Makar, but still like
guys that you know would never get traded, but
like never, 0% chance. NBA, Jokic, Giannis, Shea, Doncic.
Yeah.
If you told me Doncic was getting traded, I wouldn't even take you seriously. I would be like, because it came out of the blue, right? So let's just picture yesterday. Doncic is coming back from injury before the All-Star break. Mavericks are in a play-in position. They're going to start pushing. Oh, yeah, hey, Doncic is going to get traded. I'll be like, dude, what do you, come on. He's like the face of the city. He's 25 years old. What are you going to get for somebody like Doncic? He's in his absolute peak right now, and he's unstoppable. What is there even a trade value for Luka Doncic? I would ask you. Is there anything as valuable as Luka Doncic in the trade market? Unless you give me 3
players.
All-Stars.
Yeah, because the picks don't mean much in the NBA.
They don't.
Wemby.
Yeah, I'd add to that list.
Yeah, Wemby I would actually add now.
Other than that,
that's crazy. I mean, I'm so excited to see what happens here.
And if we get,
these guys play.
Knowing the NBA, we could get a Mavericks-Lakers playoff series. So don't be surprised.
It could, yeah.
If we get a 4-5 series like that.
I think they'd probably both have to win the first round, right? Or unless the Mavericks just turn up late.
Mavericks got some work to do.
What seed are the
Yeah,
Mavericks?
they do. They're 8 right now.
8 seed?
And they
Probably
got the
second.
Suns.
So if it ended today, then if they both won their matchups, they'd play, right? Because 1 and 8, winner of 1 and 8 plays winner of 4 and 5.
Who?
In the playoffs.
Yeah, like if they both win a
playoffs.
round.
Like if they both win a round, they'd play.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who's the top? What's the Western standings right
But
now?
like, if you're the 8 seed, you're not beating the Thunder.
Oh yeah, it's Thunder, Rockets. Rockets could get bounced the first round just because of their inexperience.
I think they will.
Like, they're a good team, just
They're
not ready for a playoff series. They're like the
Thunder last year, 100%.
Who's the 7 seeder now?
The Timberwolves. 3
See,
is
they're good too,
Memphis. 4 is Denver. 5
Sorry.
Lakers.
Repeat it. From top.
From top is Thunder, Rockets, Grizzlies, Nuggets.
Oh shit.
Lakers, Clippers, Timberwolves, Mavericks.
Continuing on from that, the East. So Mavericks are 8 seed,
8 seed, yeah.
and the Lakers are 5. Like, are the Lakers comfortable in 5?
No, they have just one less loss than the Clippers. Clippers are 6.
Clippers, like, I don't think they're gonna do too much damage, but they're actually playing very good basketball.
Yeah.
Harden, Kawhi, Zubats is dominating. People are. I'm seeing people on Twitter say Powell was snubbed from being an All-Star, which is absolutely ridiculous.
It's not a good
He's
year.
been insane this year, but for his standards. But he's.
Yeah.
I actually love to see it because I love them on the Raptors.
He was good on the Raptors, but listen, Lakers, Mavericks. When do we have a targeted date for Doncic to make a debut? Like, what's the Lakers schedule looking like? The All-Star game is
Is it a few weeks?
it's the 16th, 16th or 18th.
So yeah, 2 weeks.
I think it's the Tuesday. Yeah. So what do we have upcoming here?
What's this like?
February 25th
Is
Is what?
would be the Mavericks Lakers.
Yeah.
All-Star break is anywhere between the 14th.
What's the
and,
first game before the All-Star break? What date?
I think 13th.
So the last game before the All-Star break. Yeah, the 13th.
Yeah, 13th.
Who do they play?
Mavericks play the Heat.
Where? Oh, in LA. Yeah, because they
Hmm?
already been to Miami, I think. It's in LA?
No, I'm talking about the Mavericks.
Oh, I'm talking about the Lakers.
Oh,
When
Lakers?
can we see a Doncic debut? Because he's hurt, and they said he's supposed to come back before the All-Star game.
Oh, then it would be February 12th
Against?
the Utah, which...
They could
That'd
just
be
go
a good
crazy
warm-up
together.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the game before that is in Utah, too. I think they might just wait.
You think so?
What's
Who do
his,
they play
what's
out
his
the
listed
break?
injury right now?
Calf.
After the break?
Calf? Oh, he should come back then.
After the break, they got Portland,
Okay.
and then the Nuggets.
That could be a good debut. I know that's national TV for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Before I end this episode, I need to give one shout out. And one shout out only.
All right.
Shout out to the WWE for reviving your company and remodeling your whole brand that I thought was going to die into better than before.
Better?
Really?
The content is better than before, I think.
Like the actual wrestling?
The WWE revived their company off of bringing people in that people care to see.
Mm-hmm.
One thing the NHL should take hints at.
Oh, they're terrible at it.
This marketing is unmatched.
Yeah, it's next level. It is.
You sign Logan Paul. Sure, that's cool. He's one of the biggest North American sensations in the world. You bring in the biggest international streamer ever as a guest appearance for the Royal Rumble. Obviously, that's going to blow up everywhere. Before this trade, we're talking about, holy shit, what a Royal Rumble speed. I kind of feel bad for the WWE because this trade just took all the light out of one of the greatest shows we've seen all year.
Yeah.
That was
It is
amazing.
unfortunate.
You
but-
bring all these guys back for like one last dance and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have like this new generation still. Reigns is still going to be there. Rhodes looks good. Jey Uso won the Rumble.
Yeah.
So it's good. I really like what they do, bringing out like people, and like you have people in the crowd and stuff that's there. You got the celebrity watch with Marcus Freeman, Kai Cenat. Like these are all people care about. You have McAfee in the booth, the biggest, most influential sports broadcaster like by miles.
Yeah.
Like he controls the whole market. So when you have people put in place, like you're just bound to succeed. And the way they've done it, you've been hyping it up for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Now it's really coming to light, I think, what they're doing.
Now it's all clicking. Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts about the WWE?
awesome to
Because
see.
I know you weren't heavy on it, too, like your brother.
Like, I watched casually,
Yeah.
like, here and there, but, like, ever since, like, it's on Netflix, it's just so easy to watch it.
Yeah.
And the pay-per-view's also, like, you don't have to pay for it. It's just right there.
Yep.
So you're automatically just going to get more views.
And I don't want to sound like a brat, but who don't have Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody does.
Who doesn't have
I don't know.
Netflix?
In this generation, I feel like
It's pretty hard to not have Netflix.
Yeah.
So when it's very easy, accessible, and Netflix does a great broadcast too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like it's shit. It's not laggy. It's not all this. It's good. It's a good production, and I don't know. I'm kind of happy to have WWE back in my life.
Good. Especially now that, like, football's done. Like,
It's a good thing to kind of cope with.
they, like, pick it up, like,
Yeah.
right now. It's good.
March soon.
March.
Draft.
Yeah, and then playoffs.
We'll be back on this for some draft content. We got to get into the draft heavy.
Yeah.
We're gonna be into the draft heavy. March Madness predictions maybe,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could dabble in some college. I like that. It'd be fun.
and we'll see what happens. But the moral of the story is Luka Doncic was somehow traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the Los Angeles Lakers. Make it make sense, because I don't make it make sense at all. Final thoughts?
Just crazy. Like, not really any words to describe it. Just ridiculous.
This is history-changing news, trade, whatever you want to call it.
It's a 2K trade.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
It is
fly
that
in
is a 2K,
2K.
that is the definition of a 2K trade though. Like you'd see their CPUs swap that randomly.
Yeah.
Like
I got a text.
crazy.
Somebody texted me. They sent me a photo of the trade. They go, "Is this in real life?
Yeah.
Or is this in like a league or something?" It's not even a stupid question.
It's not.
If I somehow went to bed early this night, like if this was like a weekday and I was in bed early and I woke up to this, I might have had a heart attack.
Yeah, the whole world would break down in the morning.
I know. I feel like I just missed out on like 20 years of the world. Because like social media was set on fire. Like I was on my phone at like 2:45 and there's just floods of tweets coming. And I bet you still do it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a little bit disappointed because I think my ceiling's higher for Anthony Davis for this year's talking.
Yeah.
If you look at it's hard to look at, but you look at the post LeBron James era, you're very excited for it. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, as a fan, number one thought is I'd be heartbroken because I'm sure all diehard Mavs fans love Luka Doncic to death.
Yeah.
Because there's the haters don't like him, saying he can't play defense, blah blah blah. But if you like this team, he took your franchise out from the gutter and got it to the NBA Finals after Dirk Nowitzki. He was the next international successor for your franchise. Jason Kidd was your coach. All the pieces were in place. Now you have Anthony Davis, who is a great player, Hall of Famer probably.
Yeah.
And we'll see what he can make of it. It's going to be very interesting. So, anything?
No, I don't think I'll think it's real until they're actually on the court.
And when I see Doncic in a
Once I
Lakers
see the
jersey, I'm going to be so confused.
Once I see the jersey on, then it's
I can kind of see Davis in the Mavericks
Yeah, I
jersey.
agree,
Doncic with yellow and gold. Doesn't Rams foreshadowed that, by the way? Puka Doncic. Rams used to call Puka that all year in his
Really?
rookie year.
I didn't even know that.
Puka Doncic, because he can do everything. They said
That's crazy.
A little bit glazing.
it is a little bit glazing, but let's just add to the conspiracies. So that's gonna do it for episode 51 of earth-shattering news on the Alec Frengos show. We'll see you next time for maybe a Super Bowl recap, draft, etc. Give me your Super Bowl winner right now before we end.
I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
I'll take Eagles.
I'm taking Eagles just based off of my preseason prediction, having Chiefs, Eagles, and Eagles winning. You got to ride out with that
you gotta
prediction.
stick with what you got.
That'll do it for episode 51. We'll see you next episode.